everyone, so I'm here today with an unboxing of Simon Says Stamps limited edition Valentine's card kit for 2019. Unfortunately, the kit is sold out, but the components still remain available, and the cards that I'm going to show you in this video I made just using the stamp sets that are included in the kit that you can buy separately. So these are two dies that are included in the kit. It's a sloth die and a hedgehog die, and for those two parts I'm not sure if they're sold separately. I would be surprised if they're not. There's also some craft tacky glue, which I've actually never used that before. Maybe I will try this time around when I'm making cards with this kit. And then I just love these little heart jewel drops. Let's see what their official name is. They are called Tim Holtz Ideology Gumdrop Hearts. So that's what those little guys are, and I think they'll be great for some bling for a fancy little Valentine's Day card. There's this red pouch. Not sure what we're supposed to do with that. Maybe make a little treat bag or store some craft supplies. This is one of two stamp sets that are included in the kit. This is the Love Note stamp set. It has lots of great cute little sentiments that are appropriate for Valentine's Day or any love themed cards you might want to send. Very cute. And then moving on, there is this Pebbles Loves Me Icons Ephemera printed cardstock shapes, and there are, it looks like, I'm not sure how many were in there, maybe over 100. The little Simon Says Stamp lollipop, of course, and then just stray random little treat bag. He just kind of got thrown in there all by himself, doesn't have a little friend, there's just one. But we'll do something fun with him, don't worry. And then this is the second stamp set. This is the Simon Says Stamp, the Sweetest 6x8 stamp set. And the two cards that I show you in this video, we're going to use the little foxes on the bottom, and then we're going to use the little hedgehogs in the upper right-hand corner to make our cards. And I'm still working on cards for this kit, so hopefully we'll also have a little sloth version and a little solo. I think that's maybe a raccoon in that upper left-hand corner. Anyway, let's move on to the pattern paper. So there's some red glitter cardstock, perfect for Valentine's Day. And then also this 6x6 paper from Pebbles Ink Loves Me. And I'm really bummed, but this 6x6 paper pack is sold out. And when I was at Creativation, I asked Pebbles if they were gonna print more, and they said no. So I hope they rethink that, because this is really, really awesome designs in this paper pack, and I fear that now I'm not going to use anything in my kit because I'm just going to want to hoard it because I have no way of getting more supply. But you know what, I think I'll push through it and I'll make some cards with it, because I'm sure there'll be some other paper pack that comes out a day or a week from now that I'll be obsessed with, and I'll have something new to just fawn over. All right, so I love these adorable patterns. I love this one with the cookies and the sprinkles. The sloths, I gotta tell you, I'm not so crazy about sloths. They're not my favorite critter, but I will give it a try. I will give this stamp a try and try to make a sloth. And then we have some cardstock in the kit in a lovely Valentine's love theme palette with some cotton candy cardstock, some red velvet cardstock, smoke, Audrey blue, and then some Nina Solar white as well. And so that is it for the kit. Next, we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna show you two cards that I made using the stamp set from the kit that is still available. So if you would like to try one yourself, you can still get the supplies to do that. And then next, we are gonna move into a live video where I color in real time and kind of talk to you in real time as I show you how to make the fur on the hedgehog. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. I think it's pretty exciting. It's, you know, you can hear the copic marker hitting the paper. So I don't know if there's anything that gets you excited and looking forward to doing your own coloring. If the sound of copic markers hitting the paper doesn't do it for you, then I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, let's move on to that part of the video, and I will catch you again later. Well, actually, you're going to keep hearing me, but the me that's talking now is going to sign off, and then the me that did the voiceover a few minutes ago is going to take over. All right, see you, everybody. All right, so I just wanted to stop by quick and show you two cards that I made using the stamp set in the limited edition Valentine's kit. Now, even though the kit itself is sold out, the components are still available, including the stamp set. So if you like this card, or perhaps you like this card, you can make them if you just pick up the stamp set. So this card is just, a typical background you've seen me do a million times on this channel, just with the moon in the center and then the little rays around the moon. These colors are B000, B21, B91, all the way through B99 to get out to the end. And then the little foxes are done in E13, E15, E19, and E09 for their little coats. And then this little guy's white underbelly is done with some E50s. Her underbelly is done with some E40s. And then their little tail have some warm grays thrown in there. So if you want to recreate this, I think just with that information and following another one of my tutorials where I do the moon and the ground, you'll be able to do it just fine. Now, for the second card, this is a little bit different from coloring that I've done here, at least with respect to how I did the hedgehog's coats. So I thought I would just go over that quickly with you to show you how to recreate this look of the fur on the hedgehogs in case you want to duplicate this card. And for the sky, I just used some nice pastels, some B60, some B41, some B000, and then right in the center here, some BG000. And for the pinks, I used RV52, 55, and then RV09. And that's true of like all the pinks you'll see here. The purples are B60, B63, and B66. And the roses are YR12, YR12, R24, R29, and R39. And then these little leaves are some YG01 through YG09. And that's about it for the background. And I just love these little guys. I think they're so adorable. So let's just kind of move on, and I will show you in real time. This is my first time doing a real-time coloring tutorial, how to color in the little fur on the hedgehog. So we'll do the little hedgehog girl. We're going to start off with the little belly section, and I'm just going to use E41 for my base. And the tape that is around the edges of my mat, that's there because I want to make sure that I don't go off frame during this video because these images aren't taped down like I usually do. So this is E43, and we're just going to put a little shadow on the underside of her body, kind of like that. With my shadows, as they get towards the end, I like to taper them off a little. Then we're going to put a little shadow under her chin, and then maybe under the arm, and then on top of the arm. And then let's take this little shadow and draw it out to the tip of her nose. So that looks good to me, and that was E43. Now I'm going to go in with my E44 for darker shadow. And I'm just leaving a really, really thin little line here. And I know I'm coloring a little sloppy, but it's okay because the hedgehog's fur is going to be even darker than her body. And it's not going to matter. Okay. So it looks good. Now I'm going to blend everything together with my E41. And I don't know what part of the country or what part of the world you're all from, but I am located in northwestern Illinois right now. That's where I've been living for the past 3 months. and we are experiencing historic cold. So it is going to be on Wednesday, 2 days from now, negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill of up to negative 55 degrees, which is unfathomable. I can't even imagine what that's gonna feel like. That's like, I saw this meme circulating around on Facebook, like, it's not cold, it's Frankie Carbone in the meat freezer cold. It's like, I think it's gonna feel like that. Like, I wonder if you just open the front door, if you just immediately turn into an ice statue. That's what I imagine it's gonna be like on Wednesday. And I haven't left my house since Saturday afternoon to do some errands. I worked from home today because we had a bunch of snow, and it was just, I didn't feel like up to just dealing with all of the snow and the cold. So it may be that I don't get out of the house until Friday, which would mean I will be in my home for like 6 days in a row, which is just, I've never done that before. So you may get some really crazy, stir-crazy videos from me this week as I'm just trying to entertain myself, given the limited, my limited ability to travel anywhere. Okay, so for the hedgehog's fur, we're going to use E23 and just fill in the whole base of her fur with this. And then I'm going to show you how we get that magical looking fur. Like, ooh, I forgot to color her feet, so let's just color them in with this one. Does that look weird that she has, like, probably should have been with the browns of her underbody, but whatever. We're just focusing on this part for now. All right, so I'm gonna go in first with my E29, and do you see how there are these little markings that the stamp put these little marks there? So we're gonna follow that pattern, and we're gonna add our own little specked lines. And I'm trying not to go directly over the lines that are there because I kind of want all the lines to combine into just one big pattern. And so we're gonna put a bunch of little lines, and we don't wanna cover everything up because we are gonna go over this with a few different colors. So this is my E29. So whenever I'm doing hair, I usually like to start like with my lightest color and then go to my darkest color, just because then that'll give me like the two edges of potential, I guess, for where my colors can go. And then I can just kind of fill in the rest of my spots in the hair with my lighter color. So this marker seems like it needs to be re-inked. It's skipping a little bit, but I'm not gonna get up and do that. We're just gonna deal with it. Okay, so that's everything for the E29. Now we're gonna take our E25 and do that same thing. And I'm trying not to go over those spots that I went over with the E29, but these lines are so small. Honestly, I can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just hoping for the best. And I'm just adding some more little specks. And that looks pretty good to me. And let's compare, so let's see how she's looking compared to our original. So this one has some darker little flecks. So you could leave it like this if you want her to be a fairer haired hedgehog, or you could go and take an E47, or in this case, we're gonna take an E49 and add some even darker flecks. And for the darkest flecks, you're gonna be the lightest. You're gonna have the lightest hand in applying these because these are just going on to give some interest. If you're too heavy-handed, it'll obscure like all the other work that you did and it'll start looking flat. But if you're nice and light and you leave a lot of gaps, it'll look beautiful. Okay, so that is it. That's our little hedgehog. you know what, let's just color in her bow so that she's complete. All right, I'm gonna try something simple here. I haven't used these. Ooh, I missed a little spot of hair. Okay, right? Yeah, that's a little piece of hair. All right, so we're just gonna go through the whole shebang with this one little piece. All right, so I'm gonna use RV32 and RV34. This is a color combination I just started using maybe in the past few months. Still not sure how I feel about it. It's like a nice muted pink. We're just gonna make the bow. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments as to which of the cards that you like the best. Do you like the hedgehog? The hedgehog's the best. Did you like the foxes the best? If you recreate these cards, which ones are you thinking of recreating? And I'd just love to hear from you. Also, if you are like me and you're in the Midwest or in the Midwest and dealing with this crazy polar vortex, OMG, OMFG, WTF weather we're having, I'd love to hear from you and see how you're handling it. All right, that's all I have for now, everyone. Have a great evening, and I will see you again soon in the next video.